Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ijoma. Alright, so today I'm going to be sharing with you questions that you should ask your executive to help you set boundaries as you pivot or you go into the job role of an executive assistant. The previous video I shared with you the type of skill that you should have, the kind of bosses you will meet along the way as you travel, how to manage yourself and your boss. Right? If you have not seen the video, please go back into my channel and search for the video how to make an effective executive assistant, then come back and watch this one. So today I'm going to be sharing with you questions that you should ask your executive either at the second phase of your interview or when you have already started the job during your probationary period or your probation period. Right? So yes, number one, ask him, how would you describe your leadership style? Now remember, the reason you're asking this question is to give you insight into the kind of person that you are about to work for, give you an insight into the kind of environment that you're about to work in. You need to know, or you want to know, if this person is the person that will allow you to grow or the kind of person that will stunt your growth. You want to know if the environment is the type that promotes growth, right? That's interested in seeing their staff do better. Or is it the type that like to shut down people, they don't grow past the way that they come in? That is the essence of this question. So you can prepare yourself beforehand on the kind of things that you're about to meet, or be prepared for the kind of things that you're about to meet as you go into this job. All right. So number one, you can ask him or her, right? How would you describe your leadership style? Now, the reason for this is to give you an insight into the mind of the person that you're about to work for. Right? You need to know how good or bad that they are. But I will warn you though, some of them will tell you all the nice things that about themselves. You should uphold the answers and tell you, I'm a nice person, I'm very easy to work with, I'm not a difficult human being. The job for you now is to figure out the kind of person that they exactly are as you progress into the job. Number two, how would you handle mistakes? Asking this question would give you an insight whether or not, if the person has an open door policy, right? If the person is the type that can correct you when you make your mistake, or if it's the type that will chastise you immediately as you do it and crush the life out of you, right? Make you regret the day you were born. It is important that you ask this question because their response will give you an insight into how that person and the environment, function. Number three, what are your preferred communication style? This is very, very important. Now, we live in a time and age where everybody is living on a fast lane, right? So people's attention span are beginning to reduce. A lot of persons are running away from phone calls. They would prefer if that thing you want to say to me when you are calling me is something that you can say via SMS, please send an SMS, don't call me, or send WhatsApp. So it's important that you find out the communication style of your executive. Find out if the person that likes to speak during, through phone call, SMS, WhatsApp, email, all right? Except if it's an urgent matter that you need to get their immediate response, then a phone call can pass. Ask this question so you will know how to effectively relate with your executive and not have any form of challenge with them. Number four, what decisions are you okay with me making independently? This is very important. If you work with a person who likes to tell you everything that you do, right? They want to cross all the T's and dot all the I's before you can begin to act. It is important that you find that before you start working for that person, right? So this gives you an insight into the person. If the person believes in your skill, in your ability to make effective decisions that will not run him or her down or run the company down, it will give you an insight into how the person places you or how the person sees you. It is very, very important because most times in your job as an executive assistant, you are going to be making a lot of independent decisions. So you need to find out from the person you're about to work for if the person is okay with you taking decisions independently without them knowing, and of course running it by them as soon as that time is over. Number five, how will you evaluate my performance? I have to let that sink in because it is very, very important to know that if they are going to as you progress in the career or in the job group, that they are going to tell you, okay, so here you are doing well. Here I need you to improve on. All right. So this check that, check this, check that, check. But this, you need to put on a little bit of effort here. Here you need to put up a little bit of effort. Here you really need to do better. Here you are lacking. So you need to know how they are going to evaluate you. Or is the person the type that evaluation is not part of what they do? So some people would ignore you as you make mistakes. They'll just leave you one side. You will just be there answering the name EA, but then they are going ahead to do the assignment that you were supposed to do. Right? So they are not in the mood to correct you or to tell you that you need to grow up or to tell you that girl or boy, you are lacking way behind and I need you to step up. So you need to find out. Number 6, how often would you like for us to have a checklist? I think it's the movie The Devil Wears Prada, and a particular episode in the castle. I can't really remember the episode now, right? So every now and then, I'm talking about The Devil Wears Prada now. She sits down with her boss and they go over their checklist to know what and what she's going to do during the week or during the day, as they progress. Same thing that happened in one of the episodes of Castle. I can't really, remember now. Now, it is imperative that you find out how your boss functions. If you determine from number 1 to 5, you will know that number 6 is very, very important. So every day you find out from him if it's the type that likes to sit every day or it's the type that we need to do it every week. We sit down between 40 to 45 minutes of the day, go over your itinerary, go over your plans, go over all the things that you need to do. We can figure out the ones that we need to move ahead or the one that we need to focus on immediately. Find out how they want to go over their itinerary. That way, if this is done, it makes your job in the rest of the week or the rest of the day easy because you know what comes next, right? So after this one, we'll have this one. After this one, we'll have this one. Sometimes in the checklist that you have, one might even come on top or the last can even come first, depending on how the day progresses. But at least you know that these are the things that he is supposed to do during this day or during the week. It's important that you find this out. Find out when it is convenient for him, for both of you to go over your checklist. Number 7. All right. So find out from the person what kind of role, all right, they like you to play in their life. How do you see my role evolving? Right? How do you see my role supporting you? Right? Number 8. Do you prioritize work-life balance? Now, I had to lump these two together, all right, so we can shorten this video. Number 7 and 8 will allow you to see if there's even room for you to grow. Yes, it will allow you to know if there's room for you to grow or if this is where you're going to remain for the rest of the season or the rest of the time. Right? It will also help you to know if this person is the type that like to work on weekends. They are no respecter of your week or your day, right? If it's the type that will call you in the middle of the night and be giving you an assignment, or if it's the time that will call you during weekends and be giving you an assignment, you need to find out so that even if it is not convenient for you to work weekends, you can share this with them at the beginning of the time so that by the time it happens, you will not have conflict. All right. So these questions are important that you ask to help you do better as you progress in your job as an executive assistant. All right. So number 1, let's go over it again. How would you describe your leadership style? Number 2, how do you handle mistakes? Number 3, what are your preferred communication style? Number 4, what decisions are you okay with me making independently? Number 5, how will you evaluate my performance? Number 6, how often would you like us to go over the checklist? All right. Number 7, how do you see my role evolving? How do you see my role supporting your vision? Number 8, do you prioritize work-life balance? Ask these questions, right? And then it will help you as you go into this job as an executive assistant. All right. So please share with me in the comment section if this is the job that you are interested in going into, or if you're currently in this job role. How easy has it been for you? What are the lessons that you have learned so far? All right. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, then comment over this post. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my next video. On another note, toodles. Bye. Mwah. Bye.